Hi students, today's our topic, our new chapter is molecular basis of inheritance. Molecular basis of inheritance. In this topic, today we are going to learn about the nucleic acids. Nucleic acids. You know the nucleic acid. In first year in biomolecule lesson, you studied about the nucleic acids. So what are the nucleic acid, where they are present? Nucleic acids are DNA and RNA. DNA and RNA. DNA and RNA. Deoxyribonucleic acid, ribonucleic acids. These nucleic acids are the polynucleotide micromolecules. Polynucleotide microbiological macromolecules. Biological macromolecules. DNA and RNA are the macromolecules. These are made up with a monomeric nucleotide. It is a simple structure of the DNA and RNA. Nucleotide. Nucleotide is a monomeric unit. So like this, repeated monomeric units, DNA and RNA or nucleic acids are formed. Actually, these nucleic acids are responsible for the storage and transformation of genetic information from generation to generation. Actually, these nucleic acids are involved in the heredity, inheritance or heredity, transformation of genetic characters from one generation to other generation, and storage of the genetic information, and transformation of characters from genetic information from generation to generation. So first, the nucleic acid isolated from the pus cells and Salman sperm by Frederick Mischer in 1869. In 1869, this nucleic acids are isolated in the nucleus from the pus cells and Salman sperms. It is a fish. Salman means it is a fish. Later, Altman in 1899 coined the term nucleic acid. There are two types. The nucleic acids are two types: DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, ribonucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid and ribonucleic acid. These are the two types of nucleic acid are there. So let us see the DNA structure and DNA. DNA is occur in all living organisms like viruses, some viruses, cyanobacteria, plants and animals, except few viruses and cyanobacteria, viruses, bacteria, plants and animals have the DNA. The length of the DNA is usually defined as number of nucleotide or pair of nucleotides present in it. Number of monomeric units and a pair of nucleotides present in it. Based on that, we can say the length of the DNA. So here some organisms are given, then we can find how many nucleotides are present in that. It is a very, very important concept for the objective. In bacteriophage, alpha into 174 has 5386 nucleotides. Bacteriophage lambda has 48,502 base pairs. E. coli has 4.6 into 10 to the power of 6 base pairs. And haploid human DNA content is 3.3 into 10 to the power of 9 base pairs. So these are the number of nucleotide or base pairs present in the particular organism. Bacteriophage alpha 174, bacteriophage lambda, E. coli, and haploid human DNA. Haploid human DNA. Haploid content of the human DNA. Coming to the DNA structure, the DNA is made up of with nucleotides. As we know that it is made up of with nucleotides. Nucleotide is a simple monomer. It is a simple monomer unit. Monomer unit. Like this, many monomers together we can call polynucleotide structure. Polynucleotide structure. The DNA and RNA are the polynucleotide structure. So nucleotide is made up of with three components. There are sugar, pentose sugar, and nitrogen base, phosphate in phosphoric acid. Pentose sugar, nitrogen base, and phosphate. With these three substances, with these three chemicals, the nucleotides are formed. Actually, this is a pentose sugar, and this is a nitrogen base. This is a pentose sugar, this is a nitrogen base, and phosphate is present here. Now this structure is called it as a nucleotide. Together it is called it as a nucleotide. So there are this nucleotide is made up of with nitrogen base, pentose sugar, and phosphate. What is the structure? What is the name of the structure which is made up of with pentose sugar and a nitrogen base? This is called it as a nucleoside. Nucleoside is made up of with pentose sugar plus nitrogen base. Pentose sugar and nitrogen base. Pentose sugar means deoxyribose sugar, or the pentose sugar is two types. Deoxyribose sugar, ribose sugar. There are two types of pentose sugars. It is a monosaccharide. Deoxyribose sugar, ribose sugar. This pentose sugar is combined with the nitrogen base with the one bond. There is a bond between these two, pentose sugar and nitrogen base. What is that bond? N-glycosidic bond. The bond between the pentose sugar and nitrogen base is called as a N-glycosidic bond. The bond between the nucleoside, now this is called it as a nucleoside. This nucleoside and this phosphate, between the nucleoside and phosphate there is a bond, that is called it as a ester bond. With this ester bond, the nucleoside is reacted with the phosphate and then form the nucleotide. Then what is a nucleotide? Nucleotide is made up of with nucleoside plus phosphate. The bond between this nucleoside and phosphate is called it as a ester bond. So ester bond is present between the nucleoside plus phosphate present in the phosphoric acid. It is a ester bond. between the pentose sugar and the nitrogen base is called it as a bond is called it as a N-glycosidic bond. N-glycosidic bond. You might have studied about this in biomolecule bonds. N-glycosidic bond, ester bond, like that. So, such a way the nucleotide is made. Nucleotide is made. Coming to the structures of the these components like pentose sugar, nitrogen base, and phosphate. Coming to the deoxyribose sugar, the deoxyribose sugar is like this. First, second, third, fourth, fifth carbon. So 5 carbons are present. Pentose sugar, 5 carbons are present. At the second carbon, if H is present, then it is called as a deoxyribose sugar. So if the second carbon has only H is present, then it is called as a deoxyribose sugar. So along with the H, along with the oxygen, OH is present. At the second carbon, OH is present. Then it is called as a ribose sugar. Same structure only, but difference in the second carbon. At the second carbon, OH is present. Then it is called as a ribose sugar. If the second carbon has only H, other than this, only H is present, then this is called deoxyribose sugar. So that is the difference between the ribose sugar and deoxyribose. This deoxyribose sugar is present in the DNA. Ribose sugar is present in the RNA. Deoxyribose sugar is present in the DNA. Ribose sugar is present in the RNA. So RNA has what pentose sugar? Ribose sugar. DNA has what pentose sugar? Deoxyribose sugar. That is the difference between the ribose sugar and the pentose sugar. The same structure only. For ribose sugar also same structure only. But instead of H, OH will be there. At the second carbon, OH will be there in ribose sugar. In deoxyribose sugar, this O should not there. Only H will be there. That is the difference between the ribose sugar and the deoxyribose sugar structurally. So this deoxyribose sugar is present in the DNA, ribose sugar is present in the RNA. That is the difference in case of pentose sugar in the DNA and the RNA. That is the difference between these are the pentose sugar. And coming to the nitrogen bases. These nitrogen bases are two types actually. These are purines and next to pyrimidines. Purine and pyrimidine. Purines are the adenine and guanine. Adenine and guanine are the purines. Pyrimidine, thiamine, cytosine. Thiamine, cytosine are the pyrimidines. Purines are the double ringed structures. These are the double ringed structure. These are the single ringed structures. So adenine, guanine, purines present in both DNA and RNA. Both DNA and RNA, adenine, guanine are present in the adenine, guanines are present in the DNA and RNA. These are the double ringed structures. Thymine and cytosine present in the DNA. Thymine in DNA, what are present? Thymine and cytosine. But in RNA, in place of thymine, uracil is present and cytosine is same. In place of thymine, in RNA, uracil is present. So uracil is also one type of pyrimidine. Where it is present? This is present in the RNA. In DNA what is present? Thymine is present. In place of thymine, uracil is present in the RNA. In place of thymine, uracil is present in the RNA. So thymine, uracil, cytosines are the pyrimidines. These are the single ringed structure. Purines are the double ringed structure. Structurally, that is the difference between the purine and pyrimidine. So coming to the structure of adenine. Structure of adenine. The adenine is also called it as a 6-aminopurine. 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 So let us see the structure of this 6-aminopurine. First of all, we need to, this is the first place, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. First place nitrogen. In third place nitrogen we should put nitrogen 1379. 1379 places has a nitrogen. And here double bond, here double bond, here double bond, and here double bond. At the sixth place, amine is present. At the sixth place, amine is present. Now it is called as a 6-aminopurine. Sixth place as a amine. Then it is called as a 6-aminopurine. This 6-aminopurine is also called as a adenine. It is a double ringed structure. 1, 3, 7, 9 places have a 1, 3, 7, 9 places have a nitrogen. It is a very, very important point. In double ringed structures of the adenine and guanine, 1, 3, 7, 9 places have a nitrogen. It is a very, very important point. So at the sixth place, amine is there. Amine is present. So that it is called as 6-aminopurine. 6-aminopurine. So this is the structure of adenine. This is the structure of adenine. So coming to the structure of guanine. Structure of guanine. Structure of guanine. Already we discussed 1, 3, 7, 9 as a nitrogens. Already we know that. Already we discussed that. Here we have a double bond O. Here hydrogen. Here we have to remember this is a amine. Double bond here. And here double bond, and here double bond, here CH is present, and NH. So this is the structure of guanine. This is the structure of guanine. This guanine is also called it as a 2-amino 6-oxypurine. 2 amino. In the second place, this is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. In the second carbon has amine, second 2 amino. At the sixth carbon has a double bond O, 6-oxypurine. The other name of the guanine is 2 amino 6-oxypurine. 2 amino 6-oxypurine. The adenine 6-amino purine. Adenine 6-amino-purine. This is a double ringed structure. This is also double ringed structure. Coming to the pyrimidines. The pyrimidines are thiamine, uracil, cytosine. Uracil is present in the RNA. Thymine is present in the DNA. Thymine is present in thymine. Let us see the thiamine structure. It is a single ringed structure. Already we discussed about that. Single ringed structure. In 1-3 places have a nitrogen. 1-3 places have a nitrogen. And here a double bond O. Here also double bond O. Here H. Here CH3. Here we can see the double bond. Here hydrogen. So here hydrogen. Now it is satisfied. Then what is the name of this IUPAC name of this thymine? 5-methyl uracil. 5-methyl uracil. So at the fifth place methyl is present, so that it is called as a 5-methyl uracil. This is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. At 1-3 places nitrogen is present. It is common for all the pyrimidines. At the fifth place methyl is present, so that it is called as a 5-methyl uracil. 5-methyl uracil. Coming to the uracil. So uracil and thymine is same in structure, but somewhat difference. 1-3 places have nitrogen. Here hydrogen. Double bond O. Same. Double bond O. Here hydrogen. Here hydrogen. Double bond here. So this is uracil. Uracil is also called as a 2-6. 2 sixth places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2-6 dioxyuracil. Dioxypyrimidine. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. At the sixth position and the second position has double bond O, so that it is called as 2-6 dioxypyrimidine. Uracil, thymine in same structure only, but in case of fifth carbon CH3 is present, methyl is present in the thymine. That is the difference between the uracil and thymine. Coming to the cytosine structure. 1-3 places have a nitrogen here, and here a double bond O. Here NH2, 2 bonds and 3 bonds. Okay, NH2. Here H. Here CH. Here double bond. Here double bond. So this is called as a cytosine. Cytosine is a 2-oxy in second position oxygen, and 6 amino purine. 6 amino purine. 2-oxy 6 amino purine. 2-oxy 6 amino purine. At the 6th place, amine is present. At the 2nd place, double bond O is present. Then it is called a 2-oxy 6 amino purine. The cytosine structure. This is a cytosine structure. The structures are very, very important for the NEET examination. As we discussed about the N-glycosidic bond between the pentose sugar and nitrogen base. So for example, this is a guanine, double ringed structure of the guanine. This guanine is make a bond with the sugar, deoxyribose sugar. It is a deoxy nucleotide. The bond between the N9 of the double ringed structure with the C1 of carbon 1 of the pentose sugar is reacted with the N9 of the purine, or a guanine. So for example, this is a guanine. The bond between these two is called it as a N-glycosidic bond. Already we discussed. With this N-glycosidic bond, it make I am discussing about this one. Form a nucleoside. Now it is a nucleoside. Between these two, nucleoside. So now it is a nucleoside. This nucleoside is reacted with the phosphate present in the phosphoric acid, H3PO4, phosphoric acid. This phosphoric acid, the phosphoric acid is reacted with the phosphate of the phosphoric acid with the C5 sugar of the pentose sugar. C5 sugar is joined with the phosphoric acid to form polynucleotide. The same phosphoric acid joined with the C3 of sugar next nucleotide through the phosphodiester bond. C5 sugar of this joined with the phosphoric acid to form nucleotide of the same phosphoric acid, and joined with the C3 sugar of the other nucleotide through the phosphodiester bond. For example, this is a one nucleotide. This is one nucleotide. This one nucleotide C5 sugar of this pentose sugar reacted with the phosphate with the ester bond. What is the bond here? Ester bond. This same phosphate is reacted with the C3 sugar of the next nucleotide, the previous nucleotide. Such a way, diester bond is formed between the two nucleotides. C5 sugar of the one pentose sugar is reacted with the phosphate of the phosphoric acid by ester bond, and one more C3 sugar is make a bond with this phosphate and form a diester bond. This is one ester bond. This is one ester bond. Two ester bonds are present. That means between the two nucleotides, two ester bonds are present. With the two ester bonds, two nucleotides are joined. Let us see the nucleotides, how they form. Already we discussed about the nucleotide. Nucleoside plus phosphate is called it as a nucleotide. So how the nucleoside is formed? Pentose sugar plus nitrogen base. With this nitrogen base, nucleoside is formed. So pentose sugar and nitrogen with the N-glycosidic bond. Nucleoside is formed. This nucleoside is reacted with the phosphate of the phosphoric acid and form nucleotide. Such a way nucleotides are formed. How many types of nitrogen bases are there? Different nitrogen bases are there. So what are those nitrogen bases? Adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine. These are the nitrogen bases present in the DNA. With this nitrogen bases, there are four types of nucleosides. With this four types of nucleotides are formed. With this adenine and pentose sugar, So adenine pentose sugar form as a, what is the pentose sugar here? Deoxyribose sugar. Deoxyribose sugar is a DNA sugar, DNA pentose sugar. Deoxyribose sugar plus adenine make a bond by N-glycosidic bond and form one nucleoside. What is that nucleoside? Deoxyadenosine. This is a nucleoside. Then what is a nucleoside formed with this same pentose sugar and form deoxyguanosine. And same deoxycytidine. Thymine with deoxythymidine. Deoxyadenosine, this is a nucleotide. Nucleoside. Deoxyguanosine, deoxycytidine, deoxythymidine. These are the nucleosides with different nitrogen bases and deoxyribose sugar. Then when this deoxyadenosine is reacted with the phosphate of the phosphoric acid, this nucleoside is reacted with the phosphate of the phosphoric acid with the ester bond, then it form one nucleotide. One nucleotide is formed. What are those nucleotides? Deoxyadenosine monophosphate. Or deoxyadenosine monophosphate. Okay, once again, this deoxyguanosine is formed as a deoxyguanosine monophosphate. Next, deoxycytidine monophosphate. Cytidine monophosphate. Same. Deoxythymidine monophosphate. So like that, with this four nitrogen bases, four nucleotides are formed. Four different types of nucleotides are formed. These are the nucleosides. These are the nucleotides. What are the deoxyadenosine monophosphate, deoxyguanosine monophosphate, deoxycytidine monophosphate, deoxythymidine monophosphate. Deoxyguanosine nucleotide, deoxyadenosine nucleotide, deoxycytidine nucleotide, deoxythymidine nucleotide. Like that, different nucleotides are formed by the different nitrogen bases. So what is the bond between the pentose sugar and nitrogen base? N-glycosidic bond. What is the bond between the nucleoside and phosphate? Ester bond. So between these two, ester bond. Between these two, deoxyribose sugar and nitrogen base. Guanine and deoxyribose sugar. Between this, what bond is present? N-glycosidic bond is present. Like this, different types of nucleotides are formed with the different nitrogen bases of the DNA. These are the DNA nucleotides. These are the DNA nucleotides. All are DNA nucleotides because we are using DNA pentose sugar. What is the DNA pentose sugar? Deoxyribose sugar. And DNA nitrogen bases. Adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine. Here not uracil. If it is uracil, these nitrogen bases are the RNA nitrogen bases. So with this DNA nitrogen bases, DNA sugar, DNA pentose sugar, we get 3-4 different types of nucleotides. Let us see the nucleotides of RNA. Nucleotides of RNA. So what are the RNA nitrogen bases? Adenine, guanine, cytosine, uracil. Adenine is reacted with the ribose sugar here. Ribose sugar. Adenine is reacted with the ribose sugar with the N-glycosidic bond and form nucleoside. That is called it as a adenosine. Adenosine. It is a nucleoside. This is a nucleoside of RNA. Adenine with the ribose sugar. What is the pentose sugar of RNA? Ribose sugar. When ribose sugar is reacted with the adenine with the N-glycosidic bond, adenosine. With ribose sugar, guanine. Guanine with ribose sugar form guanosine. Guanosine. With ribose sugar, same ribose sugar form cytidine. 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 With uracil, uridine. These are the nucleosides of the RNA. These 4 are nucleosides of the RNA. These nucleosides are reacted with the phosphate and form a nucleotide. Nucleotides are formed. What are those nucleotides? Adenosine monophosphate, adenosine monophosphate, guanosine monophosphate, guanosine monophosphate, cytidine monophosphate, cytidine monophosphate, uridine monophosphate, uridine monophosphate. So these are the nucleotides of the RNA. These are the nucleotides of the RNA. Here also between the nucleoside and phosphate, what is the bond? The bond between the nucleoside and phosphate is a ester bond. Here also ester bond. So these are the RNA nucleotides. Like nucleotide, RNA nucleotides are formed. Let us see the DNA structure now. DNA structure. So DNA is made up of with 2 polynucleotide structure. It is one polynucleotide structure. Polynucleotide structure. Polynucleotide means whatever we studied earlier nucleotide, many nucleotides are present in the one strand. Like 2 strands are present. 2 strands are double-stranded polynucleotide structure. Double-stranded structure it is. DNA is a double-stranded structure and it is a polynucleotide structure. Each strand has a many nucleotides like this. Many nucleotides are present and these 2 are spirally coiled and it is called it as a double helical structure. These 2 are twined together and form one like helical structure. Helical structure. These 2 are anti and parallel direction. Anti and parallel direction. For example, these two, this is one strand. It is showing a 5' to 3' direction. This is showing a 3' to 5' direction. So these are the in direction they are showing anti. One is showing a 5' to 3' direction. One is showing 3' to 5' direction, or 5' to like this, 3' to 5', opposite in direction, so that these 2 are anti. Parallel means these two are parallel to each other. So that DNA is a double helical anti-parallel structure. Anti-parallel structure. DNA is a double-stranded, double helical anti-parallel polynucleotide structure. DNA is a double-stranded, double helical anti-parallel polynucleotide structure. This DNA structure was explained by the James D. Watson, Francis H.C. Crick, and these two got Nobel Prize in 1962. In 1962, these two got Nobel Prize. So this double helical model of DNA is studied by the James D. Watson and Crick. Both are explained this DNA structure. Along with the MHF Wilkins. So there are so each and every DNA strand one minor group. This is a minor group. These two regions. This is a major group. This is a minor group and a major group. The distance between the one minor and major group together, one minor and major group together is called it as a one length of DNA, 1 ton of DNA, 1 ton of DNA length. 1 ton of DNA, 1 ton of DNA. So 1 turn of DNA contain one major plus a minor. Together one call it as a 1 ton of DNA. 1 ton of DNA has the distance between the 1 ton of DNA. 1 turn of DNA 34 Armstrongs. 34 Armstrongs are 3.4 nanometers. 3.4 nanometers. So this length, call it as a, this length is 34 Armstrongs are 3.4 nanometers. 3.4. This is called as 1 ton of length or a pitch of DNA. 1 ton of DNA or pitch of DNA. In this pitch of DNA, in 1 ton of DNA, 10 nitrogen base pairs are present. 10 nitrogen base pairs are present. 10 nitrogen base pairs are present. Like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. In the entire turn, in each turn have 10 nitrogen base pairs. 10 nitrogen base pair. The distance between the this is one base pair, this is one base pair, this is one base pair, this base pair. Like this, from here to here, 10 base pairs are present. Between the two base pairs, the distance between the two base pair is equal to 3.4 Armstrongs or 0.34 nanometers. 0.34 nanometer. Distance 10 base pairs are present in each turn. Between the two base pair, the distance between the two base pair is equal to 34 by 10 is equal to 3.4 Armstrongs or 0.34 nanometers. 0.34 nanometers or 3.4 Armstrongs of the length. This is about the distance of the 1 ton of DNA. So each DNA, each base pair, each base pair, this is one base pair. Suppose it is a one base pair. Between these bases, between this nitrogen, suppose it is a adenine and thymine. Between the adenine and thymine, 2 hydrogen bonds are present. These base pairs are joined by hydrogen bonds. These base pairs are joined by hydrogen bonds. Base pairs are joined by hydrogen bonds. So adenine thymine is adenine thymine are the nitrogen bases which joined by 2 hydrogen bonds. Between the adenine thymine 2 hydrogen bond. Between the cytosine and guanine 3 hydrogen bonds. 3 hydrogen bonds. Between the cytosine and guanine 3 hydrogen bonds. Between the hydrogen and adenine and thymine 2 hydrogen bonds. So like that, the entire DNA has hydrogen bonds between the base pairs of the nucleotides. Between the base pairs of the two nucleotides. The distance between the one major groove, 2.2 millimeters, 2.2 millimeters, and this minor groove 1.2 millimeters, 1.2 millimeters, nanometers, and this one is a 2.2 nanometers. Together 3.4 nanometers. 3.4 nanometers. So this is equal to 34 angstroms. 34 angstrom. So the diameter of these two nucleotides. This is one nucleotide strand. This is one nucleotide strand. Between this nucleotide, the distance between these two nucleotides is equal to 20 angstroms. Diameter of the two polynucleotide strands equal to 20 Armstrong. 20 Armstrongs. So diameter means, what is the diameter here? Distance between the two polynucleotide strands. This is called it as a diameter, that is equal to 20 Armstrongs. 20 Armstrongs. Such a way the DNA structure will be. This is about the DNA structure. It was explained by the James D. Watson and Francis H.C. Crick. In 1962 they got Nobel Prize. For this they got Nobel Prize with the help of M.H.F. Wilkins. He has given the X-ray diffraction studies of the crystallographic data. 3-dimensional model was explained by this M.H.F. Wilkins. M.H.F. Wilkins. In one DNA, the purine number is equal to pyrimidine number. The purine number is equal to pyrimidine number. For example, 10 purines are present means 10 pyrimidines are present. 10 pyrimidines are present. 10 purines are present means 10 pyrimidines are present. So purine number is equal to pyrimidine number, and that too adenine is a purine combined with a pyrimidine thymine only. Adenine is a purine combined with the pyrimidine thymine. Guanine is a purine combined with the cytosine with 3 bonds, with 3 hydrogen bonds. So adenine combined with the thymine. Adenine is a purine, thymine is a pyrimidine. Adenine always combined with the thymine. Guanine is a purine, always combined with the pyrimidine. So between the guanine and cytosine, 3 hydrogen bond. Between the adenine and thymine, 2 hydrogen bonds. So purine number is equal to pyrimidine number. This is called it as a Chargaff's rule. Chargaff's rule. The ratio. So then A plus T by C plus G equal to 1. A plus T by C plus G equal to 1. This is called as Chargaff's rule. This is called as Chargaff's rule of base equivalence. A is equal to T means A, how many adenines are present? Then same thymine number is present. The cytosines are present, same cytosine number is present, same guanine number is present in the adenine number is equal to thymine number. Cytosine number is equal to guanine number. That means purine number is equal to pyrimidine number. This is called as a Chargaff's rule. A plus T by C plus G equal to 1. So this is about today's class. Thank you.